Okay, everybody, welcome back. Episode 2 to So Much More. I am your host, Epstein Henry, and of course, I have my number one guest, Tom Carter here. What's up, Tom? How's it going today, man?
It's great to be back.
Yeah. New year. Obviously, we've been trying to grow and expand this year and do things differently because, as you mentioned before, your goal is to change your employees' lives, right? You want to help us change our lives, and some things I want to go into about that today is one, how the culture is and how you've created that culture for us to believe in you, right? To follow that vision. And then the second thing I want to talk about is how other companies might be failing at this, just not succeeding with it. So that being said, man, welcome to So Much More. Tom Carter's here. We're going to get into the topic at hand.
All right. Wow. That's quite the introduction. Company culture is so important. It's everything. So, on the way down here, when I found out that we were going to be discussing company culture, I took a deep dive into, what is our company culture like? And it's not an easy question to answer.
I agree.
So what I want to do is I'm actually going to spend some time over the next couple of weeks, and I'm going to go to each employee and I'm going to be like, hey, define our company culture, because it really isn't that easy. I would like to think the answer is a nurturing, caring, passionate, performance-based environment where we're doing right by the right people, our employees.
I mean, look, you answered it right in my opinion as far as what it should look like, what right looks like, nurtured environment where people feel comfortable. I like to think that a good culture would be inspiring, right? Where people
Absolutely
feel like they can show the initiative. And, at the end of the day, not to kiss your ass or anything, but I am an employee of yours. And I would have to say the culture is pretty nice, man. I mean, I feel inspired myself quite often to come in and do my own job, to not even feel like I'm doing my job, right? That's kind of naturally showing the initiative, right? That's kind of how it is, constantly being able to create. And I think I could speak for some of the guys after you talk to them, man, that you've nurtured that environment for us. But,
Yeah, the word that you said there, inspirational, inspire, I think that's probably the number one. I think you've nailed it actually right there. If you're not a business owner and you're not inspiring your employees to do more, to be better, then what are you even doing? So hopefully over the years that we've had this company, I've come in and I've inspired my employees to want to do more with their lives, to want to be better with the company and to grow as employees and grow as people. I think you've nailed it there.
Okay.
I hope our environment, and I hope when we ask our employees, over the next couple of weeks, what our company culture is like, I hope the word inspiration comes out.
You have created that, and a couple questions I want to kind of feed off of when it comes to culture is, what steps or 1 or 2 steps do you think you have made as a business owner to make that culture available for us? Is there some things that you want to tell some of these small business owners?
Yeah.
What have you done?
Lead by doing. Got to show a work ethic as a business owner to inspire people to do more. So the people that were there early on, so like if you ask our longest serving employees, Jordan, Danelle, they will be the first to tell you the crazy hours that I used to pull doing what we were doing. And now, it's no different. The only difference now with my schedule is I'm doing a lot of deep work and I'm not able to be as present on site. And that does cause me a little bit of anxiety because I don't want my staff members thinking, oh, the boss taking it easy, chilling. But no, it's not. It's much deeper than that. I'm working harder than ever, and hopefully, just because they don't see me at the operation, they don't think that I'm taking it easy. So yeah,
I don't know, man. I think you've created a culture, and I think anybody who approaches their business in that manner, to where they're trying to inspire and be able to show initiative by actually doing the work and not saying, I think you've created that environment. So if you did have to step away, you can look back and actually have faith that, they're following that roadmap that you created for us. And I think I see it all the time, man.
Absolutely. I mean, again, if you're a business owner out there and you're looking for perfect people for your organization, one word: hire with people with integrity. If you hire people with integrity and you display integrity yourself, you're going to get great candidates. And so I know if I'm not in the operation like tomorrow, I know that my people are going to be working just as hard tomorrow as if I was there. And that's a beautiful thing. So I don't even have to check the cameras. I don't have to go on site and everyone's suddenly, oh, boss is here.
Right.
We don't have any of that. And that's because I hire with integrity. I get it right, you know. Hopefully I get it right most time.
Well, I like the guys I'm working with, so I think you made a good selection with it. You kind of opened up a good segue right there. We were talking about how some small businesses fail, or they kind of miss something when it comes to culture and creating an atmosphere. And some of the seminars you had I've had the luxury of going to visit with you. They talk about not only company culture, but how hiring people is hard.
Yeah.
And I kind of want to talk about that too. And people always say good help is hard to find, or good employees are hard to find, right? And I know you're making that face, man, but I want to touch base on it, man, because they say it's hard to find good help, man. It's hard to find good employees. What do you think about that?
What I think of, like, podcasts, I don't know whether podcasts are there. I'm going to piss some people off right now, and I'm worried about some of the backlash we may get. But whatever, this is what we're doing.
That's what we're doing. We got to be honest and be real.
I think I will go on record right now and say, if you're one of the business owners out there that say it's difficult to find good people, that people aren't out there, they're not motivated, blah, 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 you are the problem. You are the problem. Great people are out there. You've got to be great and go and find the right people. The people are out there. My best hiring year on record has to be 2023. And that's the year where a lot of people were saying, oh, there's no good people out there. 2023 was an amazing year for 4Winners because we hired great people. I'm not dishing anyone before that, but 2023 is where I hired the most consistent high-level employee. What year were you employed?
2023. Yeah, that's probably why. Yeah.
But anyway, but to the business owners out there that are complaining that they can't find good people, you are the problem. I'm telling you right now, change your attitude, change your mindset. There are great people out there. You just got to find them. You may have to get a bit creative on how you find them. But yeah, I could go hard into that.
I like it because I have to agree with you. I mean, obviously I got hired on in 2023. I feel like I'm a great hire, of course. But after that, I was able to be a part of a lot of the interviews, the hiring process, how you look at things. I mean, we might get some backlash for this, but who cares? This is why we're here. We're trying to be honest. And I was able to see how the process goes. Everybody is not a good fit. And I even say that with other things, when I'm selling products, when I'm trying to work with other people, we're not always a good fit. And one thing that you do very well is you're very honest about letting somebody know we're not a good fit. And I think that goes a long way, not only with hiring with somebody, but letting somebody know that you don't suck, but you just, you're not the person for me to work with.
Yeah.
And it goes a long way, not only with hiring somebody, picking a partner, right? You talk about business partners that you worked with before, and even just going to go get some food, man. You might go to the wrong restaurant and see that it's not a good fit for you, because I'm a pescatarian. I say that. I say that all the time. But, you have to know what's right for you and what's not. And when you're leading by example, you're able to portray that to your team. And we have the confidence ourselves to be able to speak up. We did some interviews today with the staff, right? And one of the staff members that you guys will see later on mentioned that they're never scared to speak up about their ideas, right? You may not have the right idea, you may not get it right, but you create an environment where everybody can speak freely and speak creatively about a project. If it's a hat, thread, colors, designs, whatever the case. But you've created an environment where people can speak up. That's you leading by example. You tell us right now you don't know everything, but you're going to try. You have your weaknesses, and you put people around you to give you those strengths. So I think when you bring up hiring the right people, and you have to be great to hire the right people, you hit it on the head, man. People just need to know that they're out there. We exist.
Absolutely. I mean, you touch on so many key points during that. I don't really know where to start. I will say the being the right fit, business goes two ways, right? It's not just about us being the right fit for the candidate, right? It's the candidate being the right fit for us, vice versa. And I take that very seriously. So, I had an interview a week ago where the candidate was so good. Oh my word. On paper, she's fantastic. In person, she was even better. And I'm like, this person is so good. Did I hire her? No. Why didn't I hire her? I didn't think we were the right fit for her.
That's tough.
I didn't think we had everything down yet. All of the systems and processes figured out yet. That I think it would cause her a lot of stress, if I'm honest.
It wouldn't give her that inspiration anymore, right?
Yeah, I think she would struggle to come into an environment and and create those systems and processes. And so I need somebody that's going to come into the environment and create those systems and processes for that person to be the right fit. So great candidate. Yeah, absolutely fantastic. But again, we didn't make the hire because, I think we're just a little early for her.
Okay.
If I'm honest.
But that's good though. I mean, that just shows a judge of character, right? Like some people have different type of, I call it superpowers, skills, natural abilities, but being able to read character and not only be a great judge of character for yourself and your business, but to put the right person next to me. I'm an employee here too, right? Put the right person next to me to where you're setting me up for success. Now, where do you see companies go wrong at? From culture, from hiring the wrong people? What is a thing that doesn't help a company be set up for success?
Well, as we know, an alarming statistic, this is from Brandon Dawson, and he's got that from the SBA. He's quoted that 97% of small businesses are going to fail in 10 years. Do you know how scary that is? 97% fail, right? So you've got to, if you're creating a small business, you've got to think of yourself, you've got to beat the odds, right? So you've got to be in the 3%. So how can you be in the 3%? Well, I think business is fundamentally built on one core thing, right? You've got your product, and then you got your people.
Right.
And then you got process.
Then you got process. But you can't think about those people though, man. The people.
Right.
We're in the people business.
So, you've got to, first of all, you've got to find a product, right? So whether you're a t-shirt company, you get a great t-shirt, you need people to sell it.
You have to have people to sell it, but you got to have the process those people follow once they're in there, right? Setting them up for success.
Absolutely. So I think if you're looking for like answers to, how to be successful, I think a business, if you're starting out, you've got to find the right team around you early. I made that mistake, actually. I was a little late in realizing that people are so valuable. I tried to do everything myself. Most businesses out there, I think of the statistic of how many businesses are out there. The alarming statistic actually is how many are just single-owned entities. So it's just me running my own company. I'll give you those statistics next podcast because I want to make sure I'm accurate, but that's an alarming number. And basically you realize that you're never going to scale a business. If it's just you, you're not going to scale anything, right? So if you have lofty goals like I do, I want to scale a business, I need people around me. And you can't do everything yourself. And the moment you let go of that, like that notion of saying, I can do it all myself, then you allow yourself to scale.
Yep.
And then you start finding the right people that are like-minded individuals that have the same common goals, same interests. You put those people around you and they're all better than you. And that's the other thing as well, is being humble. My God, I don't know why business owners think that the second they start a business, they have to know everything about everything. Just be humble. Admit that you don't know much about anything if you're just starting a business. Let me tell you don't know much about anything. You learn as you go. So partner yourself with people that know more than you in the areas that you're weak at. So marketing. I'm terrible at marketing. I hired a marketing professional. Right? How did I do it? I find the money to make it happen. You do whatever it takes. But you get the people around you that complement your weaknesses.
Simple as that, man. I mean, that goes right back to culture, right? You know what's needed. You know what you need around you. You know how to set yourself up for success. Kind of goes back to it again. You have to be great, right? Stop being a trash owner. Stop, sucking in life. If you know you're great, do what it takes to be great. And what it takes is to know where your weaknesses are and be humble enough to speak on those and put the strengths around you to be better. You know what I'm saying? And that's what's happening right now. That's what's going on.
Your employees will respect you more if you're humble and honest and say, look, this, I don't have all the answers. That's why I'm bringing you guys on for the ride to help me get the solutions to my problems. I mean, employees are there to solve problems. So it's okay if you don't know everything. It drives me nuts when I see business owners that just, they create the business, they get the business name, and then they think they're all knowing, they got all of the answers, and they don't know a damn thing about anything. It drives me nuts because I see it on the daily, so I'm sorry to be so passionate about that.
Oh man, be passionate about it, man. I have a really good circle of friends back home in Houston, and one of the good guys, he recently told me, shout out Jay, what's up guys, shout out, but one what was told to me is, and this is going to be crazy, is you don't know shit.
Yeah.
Crazy, right? You don't know shit.
Yeah.
And you get to a certain age where you realize nobody knows anything. You know what I mean? Just the amount of information that we can still learn and get to know, and things that we have no clue about. We don't know anything, man. And the people that act like they know everything, that's the problem. You're the problem.
Yeah, you don't know what you don't know. That's a great statement from the great BD. You don't know what you don't know, and like, you stop pretending that you have all the answers. Go out there and get people that know what they're doing. You'll be happy you did.
On that same note, so we like to feature a brand every episode, right?
Yeah.
One of our newest clients, brands we work with, the brand is called Billc Collectors. I'm gonna show you some here. He got with us because he knew we were an expert in what we do. He's really good at selling products. He's really good at creating designs, but he needed somebody else that can do something for him. So this is a crop top female hoodie that I'm wearing here. Tom is...
You're wearing a female crop top hoodie? That's one for the listeners.
All right, so I'm not wearing it, but I am holding it up. If you want to see me wearing
I want to crop top hoodie.
stay tuned to the next episode. You probably won't. You'll see it now. But Tom was holding up another type of hoodie there, and the thing that you guys can see but can't feel is actually the feel of this material. This is almost close to Pima cotton. It's all 100%, very soft. Tom, what do you think about it?
You know what? We've had this on display in our showroom, and every time somebody comes, actually yesterday, some random walks in, and this is the hoodie, the crew neck sweater that they pulled off. This gets a lot of compliments. I like it. I like it for the winter. I mean, it's a heavy item. It's great for the winter. But man, is it soft inside.
Oh, it's so soft inside.
And like the quality on the logo, I hope the camera can see this, but like the detail there with the addition of that logo right there. It's a great product. And yeah, I like it. It's a great brand. I think they'll do very well.
And the reason why we know they'll do very well is because, well, obviously we're helping them create it and they have passion about their own brand, but we put all the right people around this brand to help them be successful. From web development, we developed their website. You guys check out billcollectors.com. You'll be able to see the website. We took our graphic services and applied it to the brand, so they have unlimited graphic services. So we will put the experts around you. So keep that in mind if you want to see some more of our work. 4winnersmerch.com. You can't miss it. Reach out to us. We'll be able to help answer all those questions for you as well.
You know, that's actually a great point, and that's why I think 4Winners is growing from strength to strength. We mentioned people and the importance of getting good people around you. Well, we have solutions for businesses, just small businesses, and you don't need to go and hire like a graphic designer that's going to cost you $80,000 to $100,000 a year. You don't need to go and hire a marketing manager that's going to cost you $80,000 to $100,000 a year. You don't need to go hire a web developer that's going to cost you God knows how much money. You know, we've built a company here where you can tap into our experts and what they do, and it will cost you a fraction of the cost of having a full-time staff member, and you can get their expertise. Oh man, if I had what my company 4Winners had available to me for my first company, I would have grown that thing 10 times.
We talk about this all the time.
A fraction of time. So I hate to put the sales pitch on there, but like, I've spent a lot of blood, sweat, and tears trying to find the right team. I've got the right team around me, and those individuals can help you scale your business.
Hey, man, I don't really know how to add to that other than you can't get merch better. But hey, man, we're not going to talk too much. We did kind of cover a lot of things. We went over today company culture, right?
Yeah.
We spoke about company culture and how 4Winners culture is. We talk about small businesses and how most of them fail. Next episode, we're going to bring in some percentages so you guys can actually see what those numbers look like. And it's eye-opening when you know how many small businesses are in America, how many of them have one employee, how many of them actually hit a financial target. Like, we'll kind of go over that a little bit more next time.
Yeah, that'll be a good episode.
That'd be great to talk about. We shout out Billc Collectors. Don't forget to check out billcollectors.com. We can help scale your business just like we're doing for them. And hey, that's all I got for So Much More today. Tom, anything else you want to add to it?
I just thank you for the opportunity to be here. I love doing these little talks, and I'm Again, I apologize for getting a little passionate about certain things that bug me.
That's why I bring you here, man, because you're gonna say what nobody else will say, passionate, and we hear that.
I like to be honest, and that's what I'm gonna be, because learn from the lessons that I've made is what I would say.
Okay. Well, hey, man, on that note again, you can't get merch better. Check us out next time on So Merch More.
Cheers, guys.